Lauren is an unfit mother. My sister's voice echoed across the country club ballroom. 120 people froze. Children stopped running. My daughter's cake, 6 unicorn candles, sat forgotten on the table. Tessa held the microphone in one hand. In the other, a thick envelope. Court papers. Emergency custody petition. My 6-year-old daughter looked at me, eyes wide with fear. And I knew. This was the moment my sister had been planning for months. The moment she would try to destroy me in front of everyone who mattered. What she didn't know was that I had recorded everything. Every word. Every manipulation. Every crime she'd committed trying to steal my child. But let me back up 30 seconds. Before she grabbed the microphone. Before she handed out the papers. Before everything exploded. Because you need to understand one thing. I knew this was coming. Not the when. Not exactly where. But I knew. 2 weeks earlier, my babysitter called me. Voice shaking. "Mrs. Mitchell, you need to see this." She showed me her phone. Security camera footage I'd installed in the playroom. Tessa, my sister, kneeling in front of my daughter, Lily, holding her hands. "If you tell the judge this," Tessa whispered on the video, "you can live with Aunt Tessa forever. You won't have to stay with Mommy anymore." Lily was 5 at the time. 5. And my sister was teaching her to lie in court. Tessa always wanted to be a mother. Since we were kids, she talked about it. Planned names. Drew nursery designs. While I was building a career as an architect, Tessa was trying to conceive. 3 years of trying. 2 rounds of IVF. No success. When I got pregnant, unplanned, sort of by accident, in a relationship that didn't last, Tessa was happy for me. At least, that's what she said. "I'm so happy for you," she said, hugging my 6-month belly. But her eyes were empty. When Lily was born, Tessa became the perfect aunt. Expensive gifts. Frequent visits. Constant offers to help. "Let me take her for the weekend. You need rest. Let me pick her up from school. You work so much. Let me take her to the park. You deserve time for yourself." At first, it seemed generous. After a while, it started to feel possessive. Lily started calling her Mommy Tessa. I corrected it. Gently. Tessa bought an extra bed in her guest room. For when Lily sleeps over. She started showing up at school unannounced. Teachers thought it was normal. After all, she was the aunt. But then she started saying things. Small things. At family dinners. "Lauren works so much. Barely has time for Lily. In front of friends. I help a lot. Someone needs to be present, right?" To my ex, Lily's father. "Did you know she leaves Lily with a sitter 4 nights a week? 3 nights. And because I worked. As a senior architect. Supporting my daughter alone. But Tessa was building a narrative. And I didn't realize it until it was almost too late. 6 months ago, Tessa started therapy. To deal with infertility, she said. But the visits increased. She showed up at my house unannounced. 3-4 times a week. I was in the neighborhood. I brought dinner. I thought you could use company. One day, I came home and found Tessa measuring Lily's room. "What are you doing?" She smiled. "Just curious about the size. I'm thinking of renovating my guest room. I want something similar. Similar. For Lily." I started setting boundaries. "Tessa, you need to call before coming. Tessa, I appreciate the help, but Lily needs routine with me. Tessa, you can't pick her up from school without my permission." She got hurt, then angry. "You're being controlling. I just want to help. You're pushing me away because you're jealous of our bond." Jealous. She turned healthy boundaries into jealousy. Our parents sided with her. "Tessa just wants to help Lauren. You're being too hard on her. She's going through a difficult time. Be more understanding." Nobody asked why I was setting boundaries. Nobody questioned why she was so obsessed with my child. Then, 3 months ago, Lily said something that made me freeze. "Aunt Tessa said if I live with her, I can have a dog." "What?" "She said you work too much. That I'd be happier with her." My blood ran cold. I called a lawyer the next day. "Can she petition for custody?" I asked. "Technically, yes. Third parties can in rare cases. But she'd need to prove you're unfit. Abuse, neglect, something serious." "I'm none of those things." "Then you have nothing to worry about." But I worried. I installed security cameras. Discreet ones. In the living room. In the playroom. In the kitchen. And I waited. 2 weeks before the birthday party, it happened. Tessa came over to drop off a present. I was in the office working. The babysitter, Maria, was with Lily in the playroom. Tessa asked to be alone with Lily just 5 minutes. Maria, not knowing anything, agreed. 5 minutes later, Maria called me, voice trembling. I was in the car in 3 minutes. I got home, ran upstairs, opened the playroom door. Tessa and Lily were sitting on the floor. Tessa was holding my daughter's hands. "Oh, Lauren!" Tessa stood up fast. "We were just playing." Lily was quiet, eyes red. She'd been crying. "Lily, go downstairs with Maria, sweetie." When Lily left, I faced Tessa. "What did you say to her?" "Nothing. We were just talking." "About what?" "Kid stuff." "Lauren, you're being paranoid." I waited for her to leave. Then I watched the recording. And what I saw made me physically sick. Tessa kneeling, holding Lily's hands. "Lily, honey, you love Auntie, right?" Lily nodded. "And you know Auntie loves you so much. More than anyone else." "Mommy loves me too." "I know. But Mommy's always working, right? She gets mad sometimes." "Sometimes. What if I told you that you could live with me? Forever? We'd have so much time together. I don't work as much. I can pick you up from school every day. We can have a dog." "Mommy said we can't have a dog." "I know. Because Mommy is always tired. But if you live with me, look, Lily, I need to tell you a secret. Sometimes adults have to go to court. It's like when judges decide important things. Like on TV." "Exactly. And sometimes the judge asks children where they want to live. If the judge asks you where you want to live, what will you say?" Lily was quiet. "You can say you want to live with Aunt Tessa. You can say Mommy gets mad a lot, that she yells, that you're alone a lot. But Mommy doesn't." "Lily, listen. This is important. If you tell the judge this, you'll get to live with me. We'll be happy forever. You'll have a dog. You'll have your own huge room. No more babysitters. Just you and me." Tears rolled down Lily's face. "I want Mommy." Tessa sighed. "I know, sweetie. But sometimes we have to make hard choices. Think about it, okay? And remember, if anyone asks, you say Mommy gets mad. That you're alone a lot. That you want to live with Auntie. Can you do that for me?" Lily didn't answer. "Lily, can you do that for me?" "Okay." I paused the video. Called my lawyer. "This is custodial interference," my lawyer, James, said. "Possibly criminal. She's manipulating a minor. Attempting to corrupt a witness. What do I do?" "You document everything. Don't confront her yet. If she knows you know, she'll back off. Wait for her to make her move. When she files the petition, and she will, you have evidence of bad faith. What if she convinces Lily to lie? That's why you hire a child psychologist. Now, someone who can evaluate Lily, document that she hasn't been abused or neglected, and testify that any contrary statement was coerced. I did exactly that. I hired Dr. Helena Santos, one of the most respected child psychologists in the state. She spent 3 sessions with Lily. Tests, conversations, evaluations. "Your daughter is healthy, happy, well-adjusted," Dr. Helena said. "0 signs of abuse or neglect. She has a strong emotional bond with you." But she hesitated. She mentioned her aunt said confusing things about living away from you. She's processing it. She's scared. "I know. I have proof." I showed her the video. Dr. Helena went pale. "This is severe manipulation. Coercion of a minor. Attempted parental alienation. If this gets to court, this woman should never have unsupervised access to a child again." "It's going to court," I said. "She's planning something. I can feel it." I made copies of the video. 3 backups. Gave 1 to James. 1 to Dr. Helena. Kept 1 in the safe. And I waited. Tessa stopped calling. For 2 weeks, total silence. Our parents called me. "You hurt Tessa. She's suffering." I set boundaries. "That's healthy. You're being cruel. She just wants to be part of Lily's life." Part, not all. Then came the birthday party invitation. Lily was turning 6. I sent Tessa the invitation. Not because I wanted her there, but because not sending it would be proof I was alienating her. She RSVP'd immediately. On the party day, the country club was perfect. Pink and gold balloons. Dessert table. Bounce house. 120 guests, school friends, family, neighbors. Tessa arrived early. White dress. Perfect makeup. Rehearsed smile. She brought a huge box. Special present, she said. But I saw the thick envelope in her purse. James, my lawyer, was there. Disguised as a guest. Jeans and polo shirt. Nobody knew who he was. Dr. Helena, too. Family friend. I had prepared everything. The party ran normally. Children running. Parents chatting. Lily happy, wearing her birthday tiara. Until cake time. Everyone gathered around the table. 6 candles lit. Happy birthday began. Then Tessa moved. She grabbed the DJ's microphone. The sound cut the music. Sorry to interrupt, she said, voice loud, clear. But as Lauren's sister, I have something important to say. The ballroom went silent. I was standing next to Lily. I felt my stomach drop. Here it was. The moment. I didn't want to do this today, Tessa continued, her voice trembling perfectly. On my beloved niece's birthday. But I can't stay silent anymore. She looked directly at me. Lauren is an unfit mother. Gasps. Whispers. Heads turning. She works late every night, leaving Lily with strangers. She drinks wine every night. I've seen the empty bottles. She yells at Lily over small things. And she pulled the envelope from her purse. I've petitioned for emergency custody. She started handing out papers, copies of the petition. To parents. To friends. To strangers. This is a legal petition I filed yesterday, alleging emotional neglect, verbal abuse, and dangerous alcohol consumption. I have witnesses. I have evidence. And I have... She turned to Lily. My daughter was frozen, eyes wide, scared. Lily, sweetheart. Tessa knelt down. Remember what we practiced? No. Lily, can you tell people? Tell them how you feel living with Mommy. Lily looked at me, lips trembling. I knelt in front of her, blocked Tessa, held my daughter's face. Lily, I whispered, you're safe. You don't have to say anything. But Auntie said, I know what she said, but you're safe with me. Always. Lily hugged my neck. Tight. I stood up, faced Tessa. She was standing now, microphone in hand, her victorious expression starting to crumble. You really should have checked if there were cameras, I said. Voice calm, clear, loud enough for everyone to hear. Confusion flickered across her face. I signaled to James. He stood up, crossed the ballroom, connected a laptop to the projector. The big screen, which had shown photos of Lily earlier, lit up. The video started playing. There was Tessa, in my playroom, kneeling in front of Lily, holding her hands. The audio was crystal clear. If you tell the judge this, you'll get to live with me forever. The ballroom went dead silent. All eyes on the screen. Mommy is always tired. You can say Mommy gets mad a lot. You'll have a dog. Can you do that for me? The video paused on Tessa's face. On the screen. Huge. Undeniable. I took my own microphone. This was recorded 2 weeks ago, I said. In my home. Without my knowledge or permission. My sister, who has no parental rights, no legal basis for custody, manipulated my 5-year-old daughter. Tried to teach her to lie in court. Tried to brainwash her into believing I'm a bad mother. I turned to Tessa. She was white. Shaking. This is called custodial interference, I continued. It's a felony. It's also attempted parental alienation, coercion of a minor, and witness corruption. Dr. Helena stood up. My name is Dr. Helena Santos. I'm a licensed child psychologist. I spent 3 sessions evaluating Lily. She shows no signs of abuse, neglect, or trauma. She has a healthy bond with her mother. However, she looked at Tessa. She showed signs of confusion and fear related to coercive statements made by her aunt. My father stood up. Lauren, what's happening? What's happening, I said, still calm, is that Tessa tried to steal my daughter. She's been obsessing over Lily for years. When I set boundaries, she decided to destroy me legally. She filed a petition based on lies, and tried to make my daughter lie to support those lies. I turned to James. James Correa, family attorney. I represent Ms. Mitchell. He pulled documents from his briefcase. We filed a counter-petition this morning, requesting an emergency protective order against Tessa Mitchell, prohibiting all contact with the minor. We've also filed a criminal complaint for custodial interference. 2 men in suits appeared at the ballroom doors. Plainclothes officers, who I told would be here. Just in case. They started walking toward Tessa. Tessa Mitchell, one of them said. She was shaking now. This is a misunderstanding. Ma'am, we need you to come with us. There's an emergency protective order being processed. You need to leave this event immediately. No, this is a lie. Lauren is framing me. That video is fake. I never. There are 5 witnesses who saw you enter that room, I said, including the babysitter you asked to leave, and 3 different cameras captured various angles. You want to argue I faked 5 videos in 2 weeks? Tessa looked around, searching for support. Our parents were frozen, shocked. The other mothers backed away from her. Fathers held their children closer. Nobody moved to help her. Lauren, she whispered, please. I just wanted to be a mother. I can't have children and you have this perfect little girl and I just wanted. You wanted to steal her. No, I wanted to save her. From what? My voice rose for the first time. From a mother who loves her? Who works to support her? Who raises her alone? You decided that because you can't have children, you deserve mine. Silence. You tried to destroy my reputation. Tried to make my daughter afraid of me. Tried to use the legal system to separate me from her. At her birthday party. In front of everyone she knows. You tried to publicly traumatize her to get what you want. Tessa was crying now. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Please, don't do this. Don't call the police. I'll leave. I'll never talk to you again. You're right about that, I said. The officers escorted her out. She screamed, begged, tried to pull away. The doors closed behind her. The ballroom stayed silent for exactly 5 seconds. Then Lily pulled my hand. Mommy! I knelt down. Yes, baby. Can Aunt Tessa take me away? No, sweetheart. Never. You stay with me. Forever. She hugged me. Tight. I looked around the ballroom. 120 people staring at me. I know that was a lot, I said. And I apologize that this happened at Lily's party. But I couldn't let my sister continue the charade. She planned this moment. She chose this day. I just made sure the truth came out. Slowly, people started moving again. Some mothers approached. I always thought it was weird how she was with Lily, one said. But I didn't know how to say it. My best friend, Carla, hugged me. You knew. The whole time. And you waited. I needed evidence, I said. If I accused her without proof, she would have painted me as paranoid. She almost did anyway. My parents finally approached. My mother was crying. Lauren, we didn't know. If we'd known. You believed her when she said I was being controlling. You sided with her when I set boundaries. You didn't ask why I was worried. My father looked 10 years older. We failed you. I didn't argue. The DJ, seeing nobody knew what else to do, turned the music back on softly. Lily, I said, do you still want cake? She nodded. Small. Scared. But safe. We lit the candles again. We sang happy birthday. She blew them out. And the party continued. Strangely. But it continued. Because Lily deserved to have a birthday. Even if her aunt had tried to destroy it. 3 days later, the protective order was approved. Permanent. Tessa is prohibited from contact with Lily until she turns 18. The criminal case is ongoing. My lawyer says she'll probably take a plea deal to avoid prison. My parents apologized. Multiple times. I accepted. But I established firm boundaries. They don't have unsupervised time with Lily anymore. Not until I trust again. Lily is in therapy. Processing what happened. Dr. Helena says she'll be okay. That seeing the truth, that mommy protected her, will help her feel safe. Sometimes I think, what if I hadn't installed those cameras? What if I didn't have evidence? What if it was her word against mine? I would have lost my daughter. The system would have believed her. The aunt who just wanted to help. The infertile woman whose pain everyone sympathized with. Against the single mother who worked too much and didn't have time for family lunches. But I learned something in these years as a solo mom. Trust your instincts. When something feels wrong, it probably is. Document everything. Protect your children. And don't be afraid to seem paranoid if it means keeping them safe. Tessa tried to steal my daughter at her birthday party. She lost the right to ever say her name again. And you know what the saddest part is? I would have let her be part of Lily's life. If she'd just respected boundaries. If she'd been a loving aunt instead of trying to be a replacement mother. But she couldn't do that. And now she's lost everything. If you're going through something similar, if someone in your life is crossing boundaries with your children, trust your gut. Document. Seek legal help. And don't be afraid to seem harsh when you're protecting your child. Have you dealt with parental alienation or family interference? How did you handle it? Tell me in the comments. And if this story touched you, share it. Because someone needs to hear this today.